Hey everybody, Wayne here. In today's Let's Play, we're going to play through a mission from Corsair Leader. Now I want to do this video because the Stuka Leader Kickstarter just launched on Kickstarter. So when this video gets uploaded, if you watch it from when it's uploaded until I want to say May 12th, you should be able to see the Stuka Leader Kickstarter available. If not, obviously they usually do, you can still pre-order, keep an eye on the game in general, whatever. So, love the Leader series. You guys know that. I've covered multiple games. Now, Stuka Leader and Corsair Leader, not from the same designer. So, Corsair Leader is kind of the OG Dan Verssen and in-house design. At least I'm pretty sure it is. Versus Stuka Leader is being designed by Chuck Siegert. Chuck Siegert did Zero Leader. Now you may say, well, then, Wayne, why don't you do a mission on Zero Leader? Well, I actually did, I believe, 2 full missions along with unboxing, overview, review, all that good stuff in the past when Zero Leader was launched. So go ahead and check that video out if you're interested in that. But for this one, I want to go ahead and run a mission on this just because, have the excitement of a leader game. Anytime there's a leader game coming, I get excited about the system. Love the system. Works great for solitaire. It's fun. It's interesting. You get some history involved, but you also get to sling some dice. So for this video, we're not doing campaign. We are just doing this mission. Theoretically, it's part of the, I believe, the Okinawa campaign, Okinawa 1945. So we'll be using 1945 aircraft for ours, aircraft and bandits and sites for the enemy. I have everything all picked out. So I'm going to go ahead and describe it as we get going and get the game started. So stay tuned. All right, so we're just going to run down the sequence of play. So pre-flight, like I said, I did all the pre-flight stuff, but I'll just explain it quick. So drawing target cards, went ahead and drew cards. I went ahead and selected the close air support secondary. We're going to go ahead and do this kind of as our primary. I've determined to place sites. So it has up to 3 sites would appear in the target area, the center area here. We only drew 2. One was a no site, a light machine gun, and a rifleman. We have already assigned our pilots, and I'm going to go ahead and have them pop up on the screen. First off, we have Edwards flying the SB-2C Helldiver. He's going to be our primary bomber. You can see that he is green, so he doesn't get too many bonuses. In fact, he gets no real bonuses, other than he gets +1 when he's diving. And I have outfitted him with 250-pound bombs. He has a weight limit of 3. Each of the 250-pound bombs is half a weight point, so I was able to give him 6. Second, we have Leland Top Gilton. He's going to be our flight leader. He's the most experienced. He's a veteran. He's also going to be our escort. So I gave him no weight points, which, by the way, he's flying the F4U Corsair. But I gave him no weight points, so he will be our escort. He will be able to, hopefully, protect the other 2 aircraft. Speaking of the last one, Chris Sievers, also flying the F4U Corsair. He's an average pilot. He does get a +1 to air to ground, so I went ahead and equipped him with some napalm. So between the 250-pound bombs from Edwards and the napalm from Sievers, hopefully that'll be plenty to provide the damage needed against this close air support card, which, looking at the card, only needs 3 hits, so hopefully should be easy, although we'll see. All right, that is assigning the pilots. That's arming the aircraft. So we go ahead into the target-bound flight phase. First off, we draw a target-bound event card. So we will check the top area here. We got the lucky break. Keep this card. Discard to reroll any die roll. Ooh, I like that. Let's go ahead and let's set it right here next to the dice tower. So hopefully I don't forget. That'll remind me that we have that card available. Now we'll place our aircraft. Edwards, to take advantage of his +1 dive, he has to come in at a high altitude and switch to a low over the target. So he will come in at high. Top, I believe he'll come in at low. And same with Sievers. He will be low as well. Yes, so because they won't be able to change their altitude. In Corsair Leader, they can't change their altitude unless you're a dive bomber. So they're both just coming at low. Again, Sievers will also be looking to drop napalm. And then Top is the no weight on him, so he is the escort. Determine and place bandits. According to the card, we're going to have a bandit in each approach area, or potentially, right? So there's 4 of them. So we have the old draw cup. You go ahead and shake her up, draw from it. All right, so let's check. Okay, so 2 no bandits. So we're going to remove them. And now in the east approach and the north approach, there will be bandits. Both of them looks like will be the A6 M5, the latest model of the Zero. We have a average pilot, so it looks like he has a +2 air-to-air, and then a newbie up here, new guy, +0. So which, obviously at this stage of the war, 1945, there would have been a lot of new pilots. There would not have been many experienced pilots left anyway. All right, we have determined and placed bandits. Now, this is where you would do the intel air defense adjustment, potentially removing bandits and sites based on your intel air. Again, we're just doing this kind of as one mission, a single mission, not a campaign. Therefore, we're going to ignore that. We're not going to adjust anything. Draw our over target event card. Coast Watchers. Keep this card. Oh, excuse me. We don't check the middle here. Not that part. So the middle. Coast Watchers. If any pilots are shot down this mission, immediately return them to your squadron with +2 stress. Okay, so we don't have to do the search and rescue roll. We can get them automatically. Go ahead and set this. Well, I'll set it over here as a reminder. Now, I'm sure none of our guys are going to be shot down, right? Right. Okay. Place turn counter on box on turn 1. Oh, I had it up at turn 4 because I had just gotten done playing a mission. So place it on turn 1. And we are ready to begin the over target phase of the game, which is primarily where the mission's played. All right, over target. Now, first step, dive bombers dive to low. If we want, eventually we will. Once Edward gets over the target, he's going to dive to low. As of right now, though, we're just approaching, so we'll go ahead and skip that step. Fast pilots attack. We don't actually have any fast pilots, so they're all slow. But there's also nothing to attack, so we go ahead and skip that step. Sights and bandits attack. Same deal. No one's within range. There's no range numbers on any of them. They're all can only attack within their own area. Slow pilots will attack. There are no targets for us to attack. Aircraft move. So here's where we're going to go ahead and start getting up close. So let's go ahead and move. Top, Edwards, and Sievers are both going to move into the south approach. Direct approach, headed right towards to provide that close air support. We got our men are under fire. We got to get in there and help them out. So we're headed right in. Now the bandits will move. So they'll each move closer. Let's go ahead and start off with this Zero here. He will go ahead and move most direct route to get to us. So he goes ahead and moves from east approach to south approach. Now, who's he going to engage with? We're going to check for engagement. Very simple. We have remember Top. He has no weight on him, so he's an escort, so he gets to go ahead and engage. So he's going to go ahead and intercept that Zero, make sure it doesn't go after more of our bombers, you could call them, Edwards and Sievers, because they have weight points. They're considered bombers in Corsair Leader. He's going to go ahead and intercept them, so they'll become engaged in a neutral, so basically face-to-face position here. Now the last bandit will go ahead and move, and he's just going to move right into the center area, right directly towards our guys coming in. Advanced turn counter. Turn 1 easy. Starting with turn 2, though, we're going to get into some combat. All right, beginning at turn 2, dive bombers dive to low. Again, we're going to wait till we get over the target before we do that. Fast pilots attack. Well, we don't have any fast pilots, but Top, he does have a situational awareness marker. If we use that, this will allow us to attack in both the fast step and then the slow step. So even though he's a slow pilot. So let's go ahead and use situational awareness. We want to get attack. I'll tell you, this Zero, he's a +2. That's dangerous. We only have a +1. Top only has a +1 air-to-air. They have a +2 air-to-air. A little dangerous. Let's go ahead and use this situational awareness so we get to go ahead and make an attack during the fast pilot's attack step. All right, what should we do, guys? So we have +1 air-to-air. They have +2. So if we do, say, a maneuver, we are going to have a -1 on the maneuver. Should we just go straight for the attack? I kind of feel like we should. And I feel like he's pretty dangerous, so I kind of feel like I have a strategy that I want to get done. It's not fancy, it's not sexy, but I feel like we're just going to go in, guns a-blazing. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and do... Okay, let's go ahead and do in my sight. So we're neutral In my sights, let's go ahead and try that maneuver. So we have again, our air to air is +1. His is +2, so +1. Go ahead and minus the +2. We become a -1 on our roll. Let's go ahead and check it out. In my sights with a -1. Got an 8, so that becomes a 7. So a 7 and in my sights is a +1 to our attack. All right, beautiful. So +1 to our attack. We have +1 to our attack. Okay, so let's shoot our guns. That's, you have to do sound effects when you're playing a leader game. It's just, I think it's in the rulebook somewhere. So we're shooting at them head on too, by the way. A little scary. So we have our +1 for our air to air. They have their -1, or let's see, the +2, so that becomes a -1, right? But we have that +1 for our in the sights maneuver, so that's a total of 0. Let me check. Yep, there's no other modifiers, so it's going to be just a straight die roll. We have to get an 8 or higher to hit with our guns. We got a 4, no good. But let's go ahead and use our lucky break card. So we'll discard that. Remember, keep this card. Discard to reroll any die roll. And will give us another roll. 8 or higher. A 1. That's even worse. All right. Terrible luck for us. It happens, but bummer, man. We even 2 die rolls, couldn't get the job done. Good job, Top. Sheesh. Okay. All right. So that was the Fast Pilot's attack, which ineffectively, apparently. Now the Sights and Bandits attack. All both these Sights and that Bandit, again, out of range, not able to do anything this turn. We'll be fighting them next turn, don't worry. But the 0 on Top right now, yeah, he's going to fight. So he's going to go ahead and attempt a maneuver. He's at a neutral position right now. So he's going to go ahead and roll to see what maneuver he will try. So he rolls a 1d8, excuse me, 1d10. It's all 1d10 in Leader Series, plus the 2. So go ahead and roll. His air to air is +2, remember. So 3 becomes a 5. So from a neutral position, he rolls a 5. He's going to try a yo-yo. Now the yo-yo, again, we'll roll a 1d10, plus 2, and then take away the +1 for our air to air. So he only has a +1. So +1 on the yo-yo. That becomes a 7. With the yo-yo, he gains 1 position on us. So he goes to an advantage position. And because he is at least neutral, or better, because he's advantage, he's going to shoot. So he's shooting at Top. All right, Top is going to he's going to try to evade. He's trying to get out of there, or at least not get shot. So he's going to take a stress by evading, which allows him to roll 2d10. So, and then take the lowest die roll. All right, roll to hit. It is going to be his +2, our -1, or +1, right? Becomes a -1 for him, so it's only a +1. And then on the yo-yo, he did have a +1 as well. So he has a total of +2. Bummer. So he has a total of +2, and then he's advantaged on us. That's an additional +1. So he's a total +3. Oh, man. +3 on both of these. Let's do it. Oh, my God. All right, 9 and 8. So either way, it's enough to destroy Top. However, Top, thankfully, has a Gung-Ho marker, which he will discard. Gung-Ho will allow him to ignore the effects of a combat roll, of a damage, or in this case, destroyed. So, man, Top has terrible stuff. Oh, just dodges at the last second. Just clips the wing or something. No damage whatsoever. But, by the skin of his teeth, he survives. Okay. All right. That was Sights and Bandits attacks. Now we do the Slow Pilot's attack. So now Top does get another action. He's going to try to maneuver into position. I don't know what the chances of him doing that are. He's going to have that -1. Remember, the +2 from them, and then his +1. So he's a -1 on his roll. So we'll see what he can do. He's going to go ahead and try, so he'll try a scissors maneuver. So go ahead and roll. Remember, with a -1. So 5, which a 5 with scissors is no effect. So unable to change a position at all, stays disadvantaged, which unfortunately, because he's not at least neutral, he's not going to be able to shoot at all at the 0. Seaver's flying by, seeing Top, the flight leader, in trouble, and can at least get off a shot. So he's unengaged, and it's just going to be from a neutral position, but he at least gets off a shot. Now, same thing we'll check for Sievers. His air-to-air, though, is -1. And then, obviously, the 0, being that average pilot with the newest 0, has a +2. So it'll be a -3 to the roll, which Sievers, guns are 8. He has to roll 10. So he has to roll a big fat 0 on here, which is a 10. So only one chance in 10, but we'll see. And, of course, doesn't happen. So he tries. I'm trying to help you out, top. Gets off one little burst of his guns. No effect. Back on target. Because he definitely has a mission here. Edwards, he is a bomber, fully bomber. And his air-to-air is in brackets, meaning he cannot shoot at someone unless they're shooting at him. So he can't try to even give a pass of an attack. He's just continuing on. Plus, he's at high altitude anyway. And looks like they're going to be at low altitude. So, all right, aircraft move. Edwards, go ahead and move into the center area. Sievers, same thing. Top, he'll go ahead and stay in the south approach. He's locked in that dogfight. He could technically move. The 0 would follow him, but he's just going to stay right here for now. We go ahead and check for engagement. Now, there is one bandit, this 0, the newbie guy. He's going to go ahead and engage one of them. Fortunately for us, we can go ahead and pick who he's going to engage. So we're going to go ahead and have him engage Sievers here. Bandits move phase, however, or step. However, all the bandits, both bandits, are engaged with our guys, so no need for them to move. So that is the end of, advanced turn markers, and to turn 2, so go to turn 3. All right, start at turn 3 here. First step, dive bombers, dive to low, which now's our chance. We've been saying it, let's do it. Edwards rolls over, switches, so we'll go ahead and switch him to low, but he's going to do that dive bomber, dropping his bombs, providing that close air support, getting the +1. Fast pilots attack. Again, we have no fast pilots, so no attacks from us, unfortunately. Now, sights and bandits attack. So if we can survive this step, we should be good, maybe, but let's see what happens. So, sights and bandits attack. Let's go ahead and resolve the 0 that's on top first, see what happens there. So let's go ahead and roll. So he's in advantage position. He's going to keep maneuvering, keep trying to maneuver. Again, he has, see which maneuver he does, or possibly, I guess I should say. So he has a +2, so let's go ahead and roll the 1d10, +2, a 4, to see what maneuver he even tries. So from an advantage position, a 4 is a tight turn. So he's going to try a tight turn, and +2 with our +1 becomes only a +1 for him. +1 in a tight turn, that becomes a 5. No increased effect, so he just stays at the advantage position, but he's obviously going to go ahead and shoot at top. Here they come, and here come the sound effects, guys. All right, so he shoots at top. He has the +2, or our +1, so it becomes just a +1, and then advantage gives him another +1, so a total of +2. +2, oh, beautiful, a 3. We don't even suffer a stress, and I forgot to evade, apparently, because I was going to have it roll 2 dice and take a stress, but that didn't even happen, so thankfully my mistake did not cost me top, because 1 + 2 is 3, and remember, he has 4, 7, 8, so he's good. It would have needed at least a 4 to hit. Whew, dodge that bullet, literally. All right, now let's go ahead and do Sievers here, has a 0 on him. 0 is going to see if it maneuvers. It's at a neutral position. It is a +0. Sievers is I believe he's a negative though, right? Sievers has a -1 on his air-to-air. Yep. So he will actually get a +1 when he rolls. Oh, excuse me. This part is just the deciding what maneuver to do. So no bonuses or modifiers other than his air-to-air, which is +0. So 9 + 0 is 9, right? So from a neutral position, he rolled a 9. So in my sights, so basically kind of just going to try to attack. So he's going to try in my sights. He has a +1. +1 becomes 6. So that maneuver in my sights with a 6 gives him a +1 to his attack. So he will have a total of +2 when he attacks, thanks to Sievers' terrible air-to-air. So a total of +2. Sievers will take a stress. I will evade. No! And we get to roll 2 dice, take the lowest. Ones. All right, so even with the bonus, that is no hits, no extra stress, nothing like that. So beautiful, survived. Survived the bandits, that is. Now there's the 2 sights. Now the 2 sights are going to attack us. Now they're going to attack randomly. We have both 2 fighters at low altitude, so they can attack, and they can only attack low, so they attack either one of them. Some dudes I'm just going to roll. And we're going to do odds and evens. So odds attack Edwards, evens attack Sievers. So roll for the light machine gun. odd, so he goes after Edwards. And the Rifleman, even, so he goes after Sievers. So they split their fire. All right, let's go ahead and roll for Edwards first. Attack against Edwards. Now, I don't want to get damaged or anything, so let's go ahead. Edwards is going to take a stress as well to evade. He's coming in for the dive bomb, but he can still kind of maneuver a little bit. All right, roll 2 dice. There shouldn't be any bonuses or anything like that. It's just going to be straight die roll. All right, and we take the lowest, so the 5. 5 is a stress, so Edwards takes another stress, but no damage. And then Sievers over here. Sievers, what's he going to do? So he is getting shot at by the Rifleman. He's not too worried, just some Riflemen shooting their rifles. He's not even going to try to evade, so just go ahead and roll. A 9. Fortunately, though, the Rifleman the worst they can do is cause a stress. So, increases his stress from 1 to 2. Okay. So we survived bandits. We survived sights. Slow pilots attack. Here we go. So, we're just continuing dropping our bombs. So, let's go ahead. Let's resolve Edwards first. He's coming into that dive, remember? He's going to drop all 6 of his 250-pound bombs on the target. Well, hopefully on the target, right? We'll be rolling. Boom. So, coming in, drop. All the bombs dropping away. All right. Let's go ahead and check his first. So, Edwards. He's a green pilot, so no plus for air to ground. Bummer. The 250-pound bombs do get +1 against soft targets, which thankfully close air support is a soft target. So they get a +1 there. And then we are doing our dive bomb attack. So he gets a +1 from dive bombing. Remember, he switched from high to low altitude. So it's a total of +2. Now, he doesn't need a 9 to hit, so he has to roll at least a 7, but we're at 6 bombs, so I'm sure we're going to do some damage, right? Let's see. So let's go ahead and roll. We'll roll 2 at a time here. Need at least a 7. Boom. Boom. 2 hits, baby. Let's go ahead and use these fun flame bomb markers here. So 2 hits on target. Beautiful. And then let's go ahead and get these guys out of here so we don't get confused. 2 more 250-pound bombs. Miss. Oh, man. Bummer. Duds. No good. All right, move them aside. And the last 2. Need 7s. Come on. An 8. Boom. That is, again, sound effects, by the way, are free. You don't have to pay extra for those. That's a hit. That's 3 hits on the target. Target is destroyed. We're not quite done yet, but the target is destroyed. Or at least, I should say, we provided enough close air support that the Japanese defenders are fleeing from us, fleeing from our lines. They're no longer assaulting our lines. Or whatever the case, whatever the tactical situation may have been on the ground. However, we still have Sievers. Let's see what happens. So Sievers, he's ignoring. I know he's got a fighter right there. He don't care. He's got a napalm to drop. He's going to go ahead and drop his napalm, which the napalm, so soft target +2. So he's going to +2 for that. Plus, Sievers' air to ground is +1. So he's total of +3. And the napalm can hit 3, 7, and 10, depending on the number of hits. So let's give it a roll. +3 total. That's a 6. 1 hit. I will take it. We already had the 3 on there anyway. Total of 4 hits. Beautiful. There's no overkill, unfortunately. No bonus XPs for overkill on this particular target, but that's okay. All right, that was both of those guys. Now we have Top. Top, he's going to go ahead and try to maneuver out of this, see if he can get a better advantageous maneuvering position. So he's going to try the scissors again. Remember, he has a +1. They have a +2, so it becomes a -1 on the roll. So a 1 with the scissors is -1, so actually he starts being tailed. So terrible position, unfortunately, for old Top here. All right, that's slow pilots to finish their attack. So now aircraft move. So Edwards getting out of there. Same thing with Sievers. We're getting out of there. Obviously, he had the fighter here. He was engaged with him. He was neutral. So he will break the engagement. So he does not follow him directly. So Sievers and Edwards are able to move. Top, he's going to go ahead and stay in the area. Obviously, he's locked in this dogfight anyway. That's it for aircraft move. Bandits move. So now this bandit will follow. They're already engaged, so no worries there. He will follow, and while Seaver's... Oh, here we go. So Seaver's going to go ahead, and now that Seaver's actually dropped all of his weight, dropped his napalm, he actually is considered an escort, so he's considered escorting Edwards. So he's going to go ahead and then turn on and engage the 0 here. Make sure they're face to face. All right. Now, advance a turn marker. We're done with turn 3. So going to turn 4. However, the beautiful thing is we've destroyed the target. Our mission is successful. And thankfully, you can end the over target phase at the end of any turn. Since we've destroyed it, we're going to go ahead and end the phase. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wayne, you're like, Wayne, don't you have some fighters locked in old dogfights here? Especially the old poor Top. Shouldn't you probably resolve that? Listen, if I stay and resolve it, Top's probably going to get shot down. So why would I do that? Rules allow you to end it. That's what I'm going to do. I know that there are, I don't know if this game has the optional rules or if it's Zero Leader where you can, basically your units have to move off the board or turn 5 ends. Either way, you know, you can play it however you want. I think the game is kind of hard enough as is that you can say, can end it now, especially these Zeros, man. You can see they're vicious dog fighters. So, especially when it comes against my Corsairs. So, we're going to call it there. We provided the close air support. We're just going to pretend that Top, being a veteran, he's able to disengage. And then Seavers, he would just kind of, you know, get off a couple shots, whatever. He disengages as well. And our men get out of there. Mission successful. All right, let's go to the Homebound flight phase. All there is, draw a Homebound event card and roll for SIR results. No one was shot down, so we don't have to roll for that. Plus, we had the Coast Watchers anyway. So let's go ahead and draw as the card comes out of the sleeve. Low on fuel. Uh-oh. Roll for every pilot. Add 2 if his cool stat is 1 or higher. Okay, so let's roll for Edwards. He has no cool. Not cool at all. A 4, so he gains 2 stress. Whoa! So he's still okay, but yikes. Top, he has 1 cool, so he's a +2, so it becomes an 8. 5 + 1 is stress 1, so he gets 2, adds 1 additional stress. And Seabridge is cool as well, so okay, 3, 4, 5, so 1 stress from him as well. Jeez, low on fuel, huh? Well, that dogfighting and raising hell over Okinawa here apparently. So. All right, that's it. That was the mission. Close air support. We did it. We bombed it. Took care of business. Dodged those Zeros, especially old poor Top over here. He's going to have to brush up, I think, on his dogfighting training a little bit. He did not do very well. We did not shoot down either of the bandits, either of the Zeros. Just a little embarrassing. But with all that stress and then the stress, they're going to be sitting for a little while. So I think it's time for some remedial training. Okay, that was a mission from Corsair Leader, the World War II Pacific Theater solitaire game from DVG. Please, guys, leave a comment below if you liked the video. Let me know if I made any rules mistakes. That's fine. I think I may have at some point. I think I realized it after I did it, but I just roll with it. It happens when you're playing, especially solitaire, because there's no one else to point out your mistakes. So, but let me know if you liked the video, and if you want to, if it's the appropriate time, you know, check out Stuka Leader as well. I love Zero Leader from Chuck Siegert. I can only hope and imagine that Stuka Leader is going to be just as good. So, until next time, guys. Later.